Well, I'm working on this painting. I have somebody who broke in. Oh, monster. She's all blocked off, too. I don't know how she did it. Blaine, you're a little monster. Bliss, you're a good girl. So I'm doing these trees, and I've blocked off because there's so many different leaves that I'm trying to block off where they're going to be. And I've got this underpainting really splotchy and it's set up. It's 2/3 dry. So I'm coming in and I'm looking for these dark areas in the photo in my little square, and I'm laying down black paint to get my darker values in the leaves. And I played around with a couple brushes to get the brush that I felt could give me the best effect for this. So now when I lock down my darker values, because the underpainting is still wet, but not too wet, I'm going in and just bouncing this brush around in little circular motions to create the other leaves. But I want some of the leaves to be just a kind of fading, a lighter value of this gray, this monochromatic painting, and bouncing around with the edges to knock those leaves back and make them look more blurred out, so they look that they're behind these other leaves. And I think it's going to be a really cool effect. I decided I'm just going to do a little section at a time so that I don't get overwhelmed with how many leaves that I'm doing. It's kind of, how do you paint a dog's portrait? One hair at a time. How do you paint a commission piece with a tree with a ton of leaves on it? One section at a time. So I just think it's going to be really cool when it gets done. And then I'll go back in here. I've got this photo on my computer too, and it's showing like this branch, a highlight in the branch. So I'll go back to this, and here's a branch that's really dark, and I'll lay that in as well. But I've got an underpainting of burnt sienna, got a fence drawn out, it's underpainting, it's on the fence, got my horse drawn out, and surely hope that the painting gonna be a lot better than my underpainting lines. I'm gonna have to take a ruler because my underpainting lines my sketch lines are really like a dog with a crooked back leg, very, very crooked. So anyhow, I hope this is a good idea on how to paint trees. It's always challenging, I think. Some people are like, oh my gosh, I can paint trees, but I can't paint a dog. Or I can paint people, but I can't paint a tree. And it's a balancing act, playing around with these leaves, because it's monochromatic. So you have to get the different leaf color by value instead of value and color. And I'm not suggesting for a minute that's more challenging. It's just, I think it's almost easier sometimes to paint in color than to do something that's monochromatic. But I did a painting of zebras in school that was monochromatic, and I still have that painting. I just always kept it because I loved how it turned out, and so I think monochromatic paintings can have a real dramatic effect, like a black and white photo. There's beauty in color, but there's beauty in just seeing the simple values too when there's no color. Thank you for watching my video, and always, if you want to see more of my painting demonstrations, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.